They're calling it No King's Day, huh? But if you need to gather millions of people to prove you don't have a king, you probably already do. Let's see what really went down coast to coast today, okay? Now, what you're seeing right now is not a flash mob. That's a budget. Aerial drone, synchronized letter formation. Yes on 50 ballots. Tell me again how this was organic. Nothing about this looks grassroots. It looks produced. And when even the mainstream press starts noticing the pattern, you know it's getting weird.
People I know who are there, this is an older crowd. There's not a lot of folks, and granted, it's a big crowd here. I'm not good at estimating, but it's definitely over 2,000, maybe close to 3,000. We can't see everyone, but it's an older crowd. A lot of white hair. You see out there Q-tips, as we used to call them in the business. And they're out protesting, and not a lot of young people. And also, again, portraying this I hate America idea that this is what this protest is about, showing people who are boomers and middle-aged out taking time from their day on a Saturday to come and protest and be heard at the nation's oldest public park, Boston Common. People I know who are...
Now, NBC, Boston, flat out said it. Older crowd, a lot of white hair. So much for youth. So much for the youth movement, right? The same folks who scream future of democracy can't even get Gen Z to show up. Meanwhile, actual young reporters who do show up actually get attacked for their press badges.
Okay, can I just say something? I am here at the No Kings protest. I've been following this protest for about 3 hours now. I am wearing my official New York City press badge, and it says Turning Point USA on it. Now, I have been standing here taking B-roll footage. I'm not even interviewing people today. And this is a message for all of the people who say that journalists like myself and the journalists who were at the Antifa Roundtable are agitators. I'm standing here doing nothing, and I have had people come up to me, read my press badge, and then try to make a point of telling me that Charlie was a racist anti-Semite and that I am a problem, essentially. All I'm doing is standing here and taking footage. So anyways, that's what it's like being at a liberal protest. I have footage dropping soon of how aggressive these older men were being. Like, the police even had to step in and be like, hey, back up, because they watched them come up to me and start swarming. Anyway, footage of that dropping soon. Okay, can I just say...
Savannah wasn't chanting. She was just filming. And they went for her anyway. The left. When the crowd preaches love and tolerance but harasses a Latina journalist for the wrong logo, that's not activism. That's what y'all accuse us of. That's cult-like behavior right there, if you ask me. And it wasn't just the press. Anyone who looked different basically became a target.
Don't be mad, her president won. Get off the plantation. White people want to come off the plantation. Get off the plantation. You be out there, white man. Come you there, white man. You ain't that freaky, man. Oh, good boy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
This young black woman showed up seemingly solo, flag in hand, telling people to get off the plantation. Now, I'm sure the media will call this controversial. I call this courage right there. Salute to that woman right there. That's real representation, not the kind you buy with hashtags either. And then came the moment that proved these rallies were never, ever about, well, they were never about truth. They were about control.
You know how I know the left is stupid and it's full of white liberals who just don't know any better? We drove by the No Kings protest and we played rap music, but it was like pro-Trump rap music. And all of these white liberals that are protesting are dancing to it because they're like, ooh, black people music, we should like that. That is how stupid these people are.
Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't write. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom and afraid of violence.
Now, y'all know this is my guy, Tom McDonald, playing in the background. And I can't play the record for copyright reasons, but they are literally cheering to this. Look at him. Hold on. Look at him.
Science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines.
Oh, man. Shout out to Tom McDonald. But she drove past blasting Tom McDonald's. My kids are knocking on the door right now before they realize it's open. But she drove past Tom McDonald's Dirty Money, and they danced to it without realizing it was roasting them. I'm telling you, you can't make this up. When the lyrics say you're triggered and you still dance, that's performance art of denial. But Portland took it even further. Peaceful protests started looking a lot less peaceful.
You fucking protect the fucking pedophile. You voted for the fucking pedophile. Pedophile lover? Lover of pedophiles? You're a fucking scum. Hey, he touched me. No. He fucking touched me. Pedophile lover of pedophiles and racists. They're scum.
Disappointed!
God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! Trump free Palestine! 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 Trump free Palestine!
This was supposed to be about unity. Instead, Trump supporters just walking through a park where were pushed and swarmed. No kings? Looks more like no self-control. You don't preach tolerance by throwing bubbles and elbows. But some people still found a way to turn the energy into something positive.
How's it going, guys? Can I do a quick interview real quick with Dad?
Sure.
So I want to see what your signs say are here. So you're one of your daughters. This is your daughters, right?
Yeah.
Your daughters? Okay.
This is.
Okay, so what this one says, we don't need a fat pooping president. Can you guys get that? Okay. And then you have don't obey. And you have not being paid, I hate Trump for free. So do you think that's appropriate to teach your kids to hate and like think of our president like that? Because shouldn't we respect the office of the president no matter what?
It would be nice if we could respect each other, but obviously he set the tone. You know, everything he talks about now is the Democrats are evil and this, that, and the other. It's gotten extreme for sure. There's good Republicans, there's good Democrats.
I agree.
And right now there is a horrible person in the White House. He's living on division.
So why don't we teach our kids that instead of teaching them to like hate, right? Like we don't hate anybody, right?
Right, man, you're totally right. I stand corrected. Thank you, sir.
I'm glad that you figured it out. That means you're a good dad. So, all right, be careful out here, okay?
David Medina walked up calmly, no screaming, no baiting, and asked a simple question about teaching hate. The dad paused and said, I stand corrected. Now, that's the real power of conversation, not cancellation. And even some critics are starting to see who the real authoritarians are.
I just want to say that you all look really dumb having another No Kings protest. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean, talk about just a bunch of greasy, unemployed communists running around talking about fighting back against fascism when I can't help but notice how rich and how hypocritical that is. Because who was it again? Which party was the party that called for censorship, that called for politically persecuting opponents, controls the entire mainstream media and all of the narratives, threatens people who doesn't agree with them, and believes it's justified to kill people and celebrate the deaths of people that they don't agree with? You know, the people who are like, comply or else, or we should be able to take your freedoms away for the greater good. Yeah, you. Look in the mirror. You are everything you claim to be against. You are the true fascists here.
This monologue sums it up perfectly.
I just want to say that you.
The same side that preaches anti-fascism is running every play from the fascist handbook. Censorship, media control, and fear. She's not wrong at all. And it all comes back to the same truth. You can't protest freedom while you're living in it.
What the fuck are you guys protesting? Are you protesting the fact that you live in the greatest country on this planet? And the fact that you get to protest means there's no kings in this country? What the fuck are you protesting? Are you protesting the fact that Donald Trump is doing his fucking job because the Biden-Harris administration fucked this country up? Opened the borders to let anybody in? Criminals left and right. And no, not everybody's criminals, but a fucking lot of them are. And if you broke the fucking law to get here, guess what? You're a fucking criminal. And here's a newsflash for all you liberal Democrats that are paying out of pocket to go to these protests, which we fucking know better. America doesn't want your woke agenda bullshit. We're sick and tired of being called racist because we don't agree with some fucking bullshit that you're trying to push down our throat because 0.1% of the population fucking thinks it's right. We don't fucking want it. We want Donald Trump to do his fucking job because that's what we hired him to do. You purple hair, lazy fucks hate your fucking parents. You hate your boss. You hate anybody that holds you accountable. Accountability is a fucking word you have never uttered in your fucking life. Because if you had, you would quickly change from a liberal Democrat to a fucking conservative Republican where we believe in accountability. Where if you did something wrong in your life, it's your fucking fault. And it's not the government's job to fucking bail you out. I'm sorry that you pathetic individuals want to go to these protests and whine and bitch and complain about how fucking miserable you have it on the greatest fucking country in the world. People all over the world are looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? You live in America. People that immigrate here, the reason that so many immigrants come here, they work their asses off and they get propelled to success is because they are able to witness the beauty in America and they take advantage of it and then they contribute back. But you fucking whiny liberal snowflake Democrats will always be in this victimhood mentality where everything is Donald Trump's fault.
Yeah, this guy didn't read from the script. He spoke from the gut. And he's right. The fact that you can curse the president, block a street, and stream it to, stream it live at that to millions means you live in a nation where, with no kings, right? The same people screaming about dictatorship are the proof that it doesn't exist. Freedom's loud. Freedom's messy. But freedom's still freedom. Every empire collapses when people forget how good they actually have it. When comfort makes them believe they're oppressed. These No Kings protests aren't rebellions. They're reminders. Because if the system was truly tyrannical, right, you wouldn't be marching, you'd be missing. Remember, I just want you to remember that the next time you chant resist, the louder you scream, the freer you prove this country still is. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment still free so I know who actually gets it. But other than that, y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.